This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Precisely 1:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Ramesh Piris and read by Sharifa Tahir. Headlines. The Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa congratulates Premier Modi for India's landmark launch of the COVID-19 vaccination drive. Sri Lanka records the highest single-day rise in confirmed cases of COVID-19. The results of the GCE Advanced Level Examination for the year 2020 to be released in April. The former Prime Minister says COVID-19 pandemic will not end this year. Indictments served on former Minister of Fisheries over the issuance of a tender in relation to the Mutwal Fisheries Harbour in 2014. News overseas, US President prepares to issue pardons. Sports and cricket, Bairstow and Lawrence seal emphatic 7-wicket win in the first test at Galle. Local news in detail now. The Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa congratulated his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi for India's landmark launch of the COVID-19 vaccination drive over the weekend. Prime Minister Rajapaksa congratulated his counterpart and the Government of India on taking this very important step in the massive COVID-19 vaccination drive to see the beginning of the end to this devastating pandemic. Replying to the tweet, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi commended and appreciated the tireless efforts of Indian scientists and frontline workers who have played a crucial role in the fight against this pandemic. Prime Minister Modi further stated that fast development of vaccines and its launch is an important landmark in our joint endeavour for a healthy and disease-free world. The Minister of Education, Professor G.L. Piris, says the results of GCE Advanced Level Examination for the year 2020 will be released in April. He added, based on the examination results, steps will be taken to enroll students into universities by September. The minister further said the results of the GCE Ordinary Level Examination, scheduled to be held in March, will be released by June. Meanwhile, schools in the Western Province will reopen on January 25th for students appearing for the O-Level examination this year. The former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says whilst highlighting the COVID-19 pandemic will not end this year, the vaccine distribution will be a time-consuming process. He called for the appointment of a special parliamentary select committee to monitor the developments regarding the process of obtaining effective vaccines. Mr. Wickremesinghe said during a discussion with a group of youth in Mirihana over the weekend that a parliamentary select committee can monitor the distribution of COVID-19 vaccine and report to the House on its progress. Indictments have been served on former Minister of Fisheries Rajitha Senaratne and two others over the issuance of a tender in relation to the Mutwal Fisheries Harbour in 2014 and causing a loss to the state. The case was filed for causing a loss to the state during MP Senaratne's term as Minister of Fisheries during the United People's Freedom Alliance government between the 1st of August and the 1st of November 2014. The Commission to investigate allegations of bribery on corruption filed the case over handing over the Mutwal Fisheries Harbour to a private organisation and influencing the Director Board of the Ceylon Fisheries Corporation over the matter. The Colombo High Court Judge Pradeep Hettiarachchi today released former Minister of Fisheries Rajitha Senaratne, former Chairman of the Fisheries Corporation Upali Liyanage, and a former Working Director of the Corporation Neil Ravindra Munasinghe on surety bails amounting to 1 million rupees each. The judge also ordered officials to obtain fingerprints of the defendants and submit a report. The case will be taken up for hearing once again on the 21st of April. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation giving you the news.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
Continuing with more stories here at home. The Commissioner General of Elections, Sri Ratnayaka, says that during the recently concluded parliamentary elections, all the political parties used latest electronic media tools to conduct their political campaigns. The public was not well informed with regard to casting their votes at the ballot box. The Commissioner General of Elections made this comment whilst participating in the Subharati program conducted by the SLBC this morning. He identified Kandy, Nuwara and Ratnapura as districts where majority of ballot papers got rejected during the elections conducted recently. The Parliament will meet only for 2 days this week over safety concerns. The decision was taken during this morning's party leaders' meeting. Sergeant-at-Arms Narendra Fernando said, accordingly, Parliament will be in session tomorrow and Wednesday between 10 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. A meeting was convened this morning under the patronage of Speaker of House Mahinda Yapa to decide on Parliament proceedings after 3 MPs and 9 staff members tested positive for COVID-19. That's on local news.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Sri Lanka recorded 763 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 as of yesterday, the highest single-day rise in 2021. The number of COVID-19 cases confirmed in the country has increased to 53,075 following the detection of 763 patients. The Minuangoda-Palyagoda COVID-19 cluster has increased to 49,252. The epidemiology unit of the Ministry of Health said 7,641 persons are currently receiving treatment for coronavirus at 64 facilities across the country. COVID-19 recovery tally in the country stands at 45,170. 8 COVID-19 related fatalities were also confirmed today, raising the death toll to 264. Meanwhile, 15,218 PCR tests were carried out in the country yesterday. Accordingly, the number of PCR tests conducted in Sri Lanka since last February has risen to 1,489,893.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
On Watchlight, the ongoing slaughter of buffaloes in the World Heritage Knuckles Range has been reported by the people of the area. They pointed out that slaughtered buffaloes had been left by jungle tracks in the Pitavala Patana and the Riverston areas. The farmer said his buffaloes let loose for grazing into the forest after ploughing had been slaughtered recently. Although the zonal forest conservator MC Ilok Kumbara says legal action was taken against poachers, area residents accuse authorities are doing little too late. This is for the attention of the zonal forest conservator to take stern legal action against people poaching in the Knuckles range.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines: U.S. President prepares to issue pardons. Brazil rolls out Chinese COVID-19 vaccine. UN says air travel down 60% in 2020. U.S. President Donald Trump is preparing to issue around 100 pardons and commutations on his final full day in office tomorrow. A major batch of clemency actions that includes white-collar criminals, high-profile rappers, and others, but as of now is not expected to include Trump himself. The White House held a meeting yesterday to finalize the list of pardons. Initially, 2 major batches had been ready to roll out, one at the end of last week and one tomorrow. Officials expect the last batch to be the only one unless Trump decides at the last minute to grant pardon to controversial allies, members of his family, or himself. Brazil has started administering a coronavirus vaccine developed by Chinese drug maker Sinovac Biotech. Healthcare workers in the city of Sao Paulo began receiving the shots yesterday. Earlier in the day, Brazilian authorities gave their approval for the emergency use of Sinovac's vaccine and another made by the British pharmaceutical firm AstraZeneca. Brazilian officials say Sinovac's vaccine costs less than those developed by US and European firms. They also say the Chinese side has cooperated with them by offering data. They add that the safety of the vaccine has been ensured. Finally, on World News, the UN Aviation Agency says the total number of airline passengers plunged 60% last year as the coronavirus pandemic ground global travel to a halt. The International Civil Aviation Organization says the number of domestic and international passengers totaled 1.8 billion in 2020. That's down from 4.5 billion the previous year. The spread of the coronavirus prompted governments around the world to restrict international travel and urge citizens to stay home. These measures slashed domestic and international air traffic by 50% and 74% respectively. That's on World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
And on development news, world-renowned financier and member of Rothschild family, Nathaniel Rothschild, paid a visit to the Port City Colombo recently. Rothschild's delegation was briefed on the Port City Colombo project and its construction progress as well as future developments. Rothschild was highly impressed by the project, particularly the marina and the hospitality plots. Rothschild family is well known for their diversified business around the world, including the famous Rothschild Bank and Port Montenegro, a luxury yacht and residential project in the Adriatic Sea. The visit concluded with Rothschild positive remarks on the project. The senior management of Sheikh Port City Colombo appreciated Rothschild's visit and expressed willingness to continue dialogue with Rothschild for possible future cooperation. That's on development news. Moving on to sports news. Cricket. Bairstow and Lawrence seal emphatic 7-wicket win. England defeated Sri Lanka by 7 wickets in the first test at the Galle International Stadium on the final morning to claim a 1-0 series lead. Earlier, England needed 36 runs to win the first test against Sri Lanka despite losing 3 wickets in a chaotic end to the fourth day in Galle. Chasing only 74, the tourists slipped to 14 for 3 as Dom Sibley and Zach Crawley fell to left-arm spinner Lasith Ambuldennia before captain Joe Root was run out after a mix-up with Johnny Bairstow. Meanwhile, on the 4th and final test in Brisbane, Australia, for the Border Gavaskar Trophy, The proceedings of the day continues to be hampered by rain. When play finally resumed, Australia were bowled out for 294 runs, setting a target of 328 for India to win. Short while ago, India commenced their second innings with Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill at the crease to be interrupted by bad weather again. Heavy rains are forecast today and tomorrow. That's on sports news. And on business news, with reference to recent reports published in the media, the People's Bank wishes to affirm that as a state-owned entity, the bank possesses the largest customer base and branch network in Sri Lanka. The bank enjoys an unparalleled position of stability and security, and as a result, the highest level of professionalism is maintained in its activities throughout the history. People's Bank is enjoying strong, mutually beneficial banking relationships with over 900 foreign banks. As a result, the bank's positive international reputation is in an enviable position of being able to negotiate credit facilities directly with respective foreign parties without any third-party involvement, leaving no room for financial irregularities. And that's on business news.
Economic news, courtesy of
Business deals now easy. It just takes a few taps only. Anytime, get it done, all connected. Best discounts with real time. LOLC Real Time. Now download LOLC Finance Real Time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and no benefits.
The Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka, in a statement, welcomed the record-breaking performance of the Colombo Stock Exchange. Bloomberg has identified the CSE as the second best performing equity market in the world. On 15th January 2021, the CSE saw 61,722 trades, which is the highest number of trades ever in a single day, and the all-share price index gained 291.34 points, which is the highest ever points gained in the ASPI history. The CSE also saw its highest ever market capitalization of 3.38 trillion rupees. The turnover for the day was a staggering 12.4 billion rupees.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And on the weather update, the Met Department forecasts that showers will occur at times in the north, central, eastern, central and over provinces. Fairly heavy falls, about 50 millimeters, can be expected at some places in the Matale and Polonnaru districts. A few showers can be expected in the northern province. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the western and Sabaragamu provinces and in the Gaul, Mathura and Kurunegala districts in the afternoon. Fairly heavy falls, above 75 millimeters, can be expected at some places. That's the weather update, and with that we conclude the afternoon bulletin of news. And it's back to Niranjan this afternoon.